Hello out there today. I'm here to tell you today, you're not too old, you're not too late or too tired to burn and ignite with fire. Listen, we are back to week 2. We're talking about passion this week. Passion is the fire, reigniting with what God put inside of you. That's what we're going to be talking about for this second week series of the 7 pillars of transformation. Because if God has placed it in you, the passion is still there. It may just be dormant. It just needs to be reignited. But you have to be ready to reignite your passion, guys. Listen, today we're going to be talking about that because passion is that fire, it's that fuel, it's that inner yes that keeps you moving when the journey gets uncomfortable. And along the journey of life, sometimes we experience some uncomfortable places, and it will cause our fire to go out. Because listen, men and women are functioning, but they are no longer allowing their fire to burn inside of them. They're just going through the motion. They are showing up for everybody else. They're meeting all the deadlines. They are handling all the responsibilities. And listen, and they are also serving faithfully. But deep down, something feels flat. Something feels buried. And I know what I'm talking about because I have been there, done that. I have felt that before. And sometimes the reason is not because you have no purpose. It is because your passion has been covered by being disappointed. And that fear will creep in on you and cause your passion to lay dormant. You're just in a survival mode. You're just in a delayed mode. But I'm here to tell you, Jeremiah said it like this. His word was in my heart like a fire shut up in my bones. So look, your passion is still there. And I'm here to encourage you today to ignite that fire that's already inside of you. Because that fire matters, because passion is often the emotional evidence of divine assignment. Did you know that? Let me say that again. That fire that's inside of you, it matters because passion is often the emotional evidence of your divine assignment. It is the very thing that keeps stirring in you. It is the thing that won't leave you alone. It is the thing you keep circling back to, even after seasons of silence. For me, one of those areas was my creativity and designing, because there came a point in my life where I had to reconnect with something that had always been in me, but I realized it was laying dormant. I realized that loving design and loving creation and loving the process of building, I had stopped doing it. Meaningful things were not happening anymore because it was laying dormant. It was part of how God had wired me. And I had to get that thing rekindled because it mattered. And if there are things that you were passionate about and you no longer don't even think about it, but it's still there, you need to rekindle it because it is part of your divine assignment. You hear me? Because sometimes your next season will begin to help you to rediscover that passion. And don't take it lightly, your passion, because that's what will give you the joy and the excitement. And when you're walking in your passion, listen, you don't let all those other things interfere and cause you to be sad. So it's up to you to rediscover that passion that's being laying dormant. What once made you come alive? What is something that once made you come alive that you don't even do it anymore? Let me say this clearly, guys. Passion is not something that's childish. Passion is not fluff. And look, passion is not impractical, because passion is often something that if we're not using it, sometimes it'll cause us not to be walking in obedience, because we're not doing because look, passion comes from God. It's nothing random. It's not fluff. Because now passion by itself is not enough, of course, because we have to steward it. We have to steward it. But without it, you will build from duty and be drained instead of having joy and conviction from doing it. And what I want to do today, I really want to leave you with 3 things that will choke your passion, because that's what happened to me. These are 3 things that start beginning to choke my passion. And I'm not, and I have some other passions now that are laying dormant that I have to go back and rekindle as well. But that creativity one laid dormant for a long time, and I had to go back and pull on it because I love being creative. But here are 3 things that will choke your passion. And the first one is fear. Because what happens is, and what happened for me is, fear began to make me question what God had already placed in me. Does that sound familiar? The second is comparison, because comparison will make you dismiss your own fire because it does not look like somebody else's flame. We don't want to look like nobody else. We want to look like our authentic self. And the third one is exhaustion. When you have been pouring out for years and you can forget what fills you back up. So how do you reignite your passion? That's what I'm here to tell you today. Because if you've been sitting out there, sitting on your passion and haven't rekindled it, I want to help you rekindle it today. What did you love before there was no money attached to it? What burden kept speaking to your heart? Think about those things. Get some paper and write it down. What areas made you say, I want to make a difference here? What do you want to make a difference in? And then second, you got to reconnect with what God said. Passion grows when you return to the source. And listen, God is our source. We can't do it on our own. I'm not going to try to go out there and do it on my own. And the third thing, give yourself permission to feel alive again. Because so many of us have become so responsible that we no longer allow ourselves to dream. There's nothing wrong with dreaming, exploring, creating, or building with joy, having happiness about it. I feel joy when I'm doing in my creative mode, baby. Time can go by. I don't care if the phone don't ring. I don't care if I don't get no text. Listen, I'm in my zone. Because when you're in your passion, you'll get in that zone, and it's you and God. And he'll just be showing you things when you're in your passion. And you'll begin to just do some amazing things when you're in that zone and you rekindle the passion that he has put inside of you. Passion is not just about excitement. It's about spiritual energy. It is what keeps your assignment warm when life gets hard. So even in the hard times, and we have our passion, we can focus on the passion and not allow the things that are hard in our lives to drown it. We can keep balance. So ask yourself today, what still burns in you? Ask yourself, what still burns in me? What have I been pushing down because it feels inconvenient or scary? Because I'm here to remind you that your passion is not something to apologize for. Do I need to say that again? You don't have to apologize about your passion. Because guess what? Man didn't give it to you. God did. And that's what you have to remind yourself. Your passion is part of your preparation. It's part of who you are as a leader. It's part of your witness. And listen, God does not waste holy fire. So this week, what I want you to do, I want you to write down 3 things that still make you feel like you are alive or that you are coming alive. Not what people expect from you, but what looks or not what looks impressive about from other people's perspective, but what truly moves in your heart. Because what ignites you often reveals where you are called to serve. Okay? And my prayer for you this week is that God will reignite your fire that he has placed inside of you. And where disappointment has dimmed it, reignite it. Where fear has buried it, uncover it. Where exhaustion has weakened it, refresh it. Remind them, Lord, that what you have placed in them is still there and it still matters. Give them the courage to honor what burns in their spirit. And I ask this for you in the mighty name of Jesus. And listen, if this week's session on passion blessed you, I need you to share this with someone who needs their fire back. And next week, guys, we're going to be talking about purpose, the pillar that gives direction to your passion. How does that sound? Does that sound good? And for those of you that don't know who I am, I'm Dr. Valarie Harris, an empowerment coach, a minister, an educator, author, speaker, encourager, equiper, I inspire others. I love on people. And listen, I have my 2026 Empower Her Summit, Ignite Your Fire. Bridging the gap with the next generation coming up. You don't want to miss that. Okay? And listen, I want to see you there. I want to see you at that summit. And it's June 27th, 2026. It starts at 8:30 in the morning. I want to see you in a seat. You still have time because soon I will be closing that registration because I'm not trying to have the big crowd. I want the people that God is going to send. And I believe God has your name on one of those seats. And if you can't come, look at the QR code up above because you can donate. You can sponsor a young woman because this is cross-generational. We're going to have the young women in the room. So if you want to sponsor a person or send go, listen, click on that QR code up in the corner right there. But listen, I want to see you in the room. I look forward to seeing you. And I will be talking to you again on next week when we talk about purpose. Okay? So guess what? I'm going to sign out, but I'm going to leave you with this message right here. And I will be talking to you again on next Tuesday.
I am so excited to announce the opening registration for our upcoming summit. Ignite your fire at our 2026 Empower Her Summit. The date is June 27th. It's your time to rise with clarity and confidence in this season. Are you ready to ignite your fire to go to the next level? Listen. I can't wait to see you there.